From up here, our planet looks perfect. It's only when we look more closely that we start to see some of the results of our consumption.
Air pollution consists of chemicals or particles in the atmosphere that pose serious health and environmental threats. But what causes air pollution, and what does it mean for our planet?
And recently, China has made available hourly air pollution data from over 1,500 sites, including air particulate matter PM, SO2, NO2, and O3. Beijing was observed for an extensive pollution since particulate matter can remain airborne for days, 2 weeks, and travel thousands of kilometers. The corridor south of Beijing seems to have the highest air pollution concentrations. This is not surprising since fossil fuel burning is also a major source of PM2.5 and PM10.
But most air pollution results from human activities, such as energy use and agriculture. There are different types of human-made air pollution. When we burn fossil fuels to produce energy, they release greenhouse gases into the air. These emissions, such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and fluorinated gases, trap heat from the sun in Earth's atmosphere, leading to a rise in global temperatures. This creates a cycle where air pollution contributes to climate change, and climate change creates higher temperatures. In turn, higher temperatures intensify some types of air pollution.
There are 4 main health issues that have been identified related to environmental quality among the city population. 1. Respiratory disease. We know the respiratory diseases is any of the diseases and disorders of the airways and the lungs that affect human respiration. It's mainly caused by the air that has been polluted. And Beijing had the highest respiratory diseases and the highest density point. Based on finding, the average mortality rate of respiratory diseases in Beijing from 2004 to 2008 was 2.25 per 10,000 people. 2. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease (COPD). COPD is the name for a group of lung conditions that cause breathing difficulties. This COPD includes emphysema, that is the damage of air sacs in the lungs, and chronic bronchitis, which is the long-term inflammation of the airways. In a study in Beijing, it was found that the risk of mortality from COPD increased 38% with the doubling of particulate emissions. The study on the relationship between air pollution and chronic bronchitis and asthma showed that the prevalence rates of chronic bronchitis and asthma were 24.4% and 13.6%, respectively, in heavily polluted region. 3. Lung cancer. Lung cancer is the uncontrolled growth of abnormal cells that start off in one or both lungs, usually in the cells that line the air passages. China has seen a sharp increase in the disease over the past 10 to 15 years, hitting groups traditionally not susceptible, such as women and non-smokers, and this might be related to the long-term exposure to air pollution, particularly PM2.5, referring to particulate matter with a diameter of 2.5 microns or less. Chinese population is exposed to many environmental carcinogens. 4. Cardiovascular diseases. This disease generally refers to conditions that involve narrowed or blocked blood vessels that can lead to a heart attack, chest pain, or also called angina or stroke. 1 in 5 adults in China has a cardiovascular disease. In 2010, 154.8 per 100,000 deaths per year are estimated to be associated with cardiovascular diseases in urban areas. But the initiative taken by the local government to attend the issues. This is the initiative that has been taken by government. Environmental laws and standards such as the various emission and environmental quality standards in the environmental laws do provide a quantitative summary of the China's pollution control targets and measures. Next is national environmental plans within FYPs. Among the many public area targets, the solid type is mandatory targets. They are guaranteed to be attained and implemented in advance. Third is 10 specific conventional regulatory measures. Construction Project Environmental Impact Assessment EIA. 3S, Installations for the Prevention and Control of Pollution at Construction Project. Pollution fees, a fee that shall be paid for excessive discharge. Comprehensive quantitative evaluation of urban environment. Pollutant discharge permit, where polluting units shall discharge pollutants in accordance with their permits. Undertake treatment within a prescribed limit of time. Centralized pollution control. Cleaner production means that its conduct cleaner production audits and reports to the relevant administrative departments in the local government. Environmental Protection Target Responsibility System. This is system where local governments at or above the county level are responsible for environmental protection in their jurisdiction, and the responsible persons will be assessed on this in cadre evaluation. Total emission control. Within a limited time and area, aggregated emission quotas less than a certain cap are allocated to local governments' targeted enterprises. Third is special actions outside the FIPS. When the environment becomes deteriorated with the impact acute to a certain level, special actions can temporarily relieve the ineffectiveness of regular policies. Some examples of special actions are the environmental law enforcement inspection, believed to temporarily draw local main leaders' attention to environment protection. EIA storm in order to partially rectify the common cases of construction first and EIA later. And some radical actions in Beijing Blue Sky Project when preparing for the 2008 Olympics, and the action plan is triggered by the PM2.5 crisis.